You did it very simply, haven't you?
Oh yes, we didn't know whether to do an Empire or a Neo-Grecian.
So you settled for frigid air.
Oh yes, it's so easy to live with. Lucky you're not hungry, Mr. K. A nice folks will afford a place, though. That gives you a rough idea of the sycamores.
Why, of course, why they make these bottle openers for cigarettes I never did. All over my coat.
Oh, I'll take mine in a glass if you don't mind.
There you are. Call me Beaker. Now, please be seated. I'd like to offer a toast.
We are seated.
Miss Sycamore, to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby, to you.
You know something?
What?
I wouldn't trade 1 minute of this evening for all the rice in China.
Oh, really?
Cross my heart.
Is there much rice in China?
Terrific. Haven't you read the good Well, I suppose you have to go.
Oh, is it very late?
Very. I don't want to go.
I don't want you to
All
go.
right, then I won't. Well, when do you get your vacation?
Oh, the last 2 weeks in August.
I might take mine then too.
Oh, really?
Well, what are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't thought much about it.
Going away, do you think?
Oh, am I not? I like the city in the summertime.
I do too.
But you always go up to Maine, don't you?
Well, that's right, but I think I would like the city in the summertime. I mean, it is pretty nice. And, oh, you know what I mean, Alice. I'd love it if you were here.
Well, I'd love it if you were here, Tony.
You know what you're saying, don't you?
What?
That you'd rather spend the summer with me than anybody else.
Oh, was I?
Well, if it's true for the summer, how about the winter?
Yes, I'd like that too.
And spring and autumn? Well, if you could see a way clear on those, Miss Sycamore.
Oh, I might.
Well, that's the whole year then. We haven't forgotten anything, have we?
No.
Well then.
Oh, Alice! Is that you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt anything.
That's going all right.
No, I'm just down here for a manuscript, and then you two can go right on ahead. Oh, here it is. Sex takes a holiday. Well, good night, you two.
Good night, Mrs. Sycamore.
Oh, I think you can call me Penny. But don't you, Alice? At least I hope so. Good night!
What was that?
Oh, that's all right, Tony. That's just father.
At this time of night?
Any time of the night, any time of the day.
You know, you're more beautiful, more lovely, more adorable than anyone else in the world.
Don't, Tony.
What? Alice, just because you're mother? All mothers are like that, Alice. Penny's a darling. Look, I'm even calling her Penny.
No, Tony, I don't mean that. Look, Tony, this is something I should have said a long time ago, but I just didn't have the courage. I let myself be swept away because I love you
Oh,
so.
darling.
No, wait, Tony. I need to make it clear to you. You're of a different world, a whole kind of different people. Oh, I don't mean money or socially. That's too silly. But your family and mine, it just wouldn't work, Tony. It just wouldn't work.
All right, have it your way. She can't dance. That's why the girl at money, she can't dance.
Well, I don't call it dancing what she does. Oh, hello. How was the ballet?
It was fine,
Oh,
Essie.
wonderful.
Hello there.
Hello.
Now look, what do you guys think? Ed and I just got done watching Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Do you think she can dance, Mr. Kirby?
Why, yes, I always thought so.
What does she do anyhow, Mr. Kirby? Now look.
Essie, please.
Oh, I'm only gonna use them for a minute. Now look, Mr. Kirby, you're Fred and I'm Ginger.
Essie, you're just as good as Ginger Rogers. We all agree.
You see it?
Yeah, come on, Essie. We're butting in here.
Oh, they've been together all night. Good night, Mr. Kirby. Good night, Alice.
Good night, Mrs. Carmichael.
Good night. Essie, did you ask Grandpa if we can have a baby?
Oh, yes? He said go right ahead.
You see, Tony, that's what it would be like.
Oh, I didn't mind that. Anyhow, we're not going to live with your family. It's just going to be you and I.
No, it isn't, Tony. It's never quite that. And I know they do rather strange things, but they're gay and they're fun, and I don't know, there's a kind of nobility about them.
Alice, you talk as though only you can understand, and that's not true. Why, my father raises orchids at $10,000 a bulb. Is that sensible? My mother believes in spiritualism. That's just as bad as your mother writing plays, isn't it?
It goes deeper, Tony. Your mother believes in spiritualism because it's fashionable, and your father raises orchids because he can afford to. My mother writes plays because 8 years ago, a typewriter was delivered here by mistake.
Darling, what of it?
And look at Grandpa. 35 years ago, he just quit business one day. He started up to his office in the elevator and came right back down again. You know, he could have been a rich man, but he just stopped. He said it took too much time. So for 35 years, he's just gone to circuses and commencements. You know, it never occurs to any of them.
Why, hello there, children.
Good evening, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Hi, Grandpa.
How's the weather outside? Looks like a nice summer evening.
Yes, it's lovely, Grandpa.
Sure is. Well, I'm off. I've got a date with a policeman on the corner.
A policeman?
Oh, we have a standing date, 12:30 every night. You know, I noticed he was a little boy. You know, he's really a doctor. No, but one day, he came to me and said he didn't want to be a doctor. He'd always wanted to be a policeman. So I said, you go right ahead, if that's what you want to be. How do you like my new hat?
Oh, it's very nice, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Yeah, I like it too. The government gave it to me.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't know you guys were in here.
It's all right, Donald.
Rita was kind of fancying some candy, and I lost it. Oh, there it is. Y'all don't want me, do you?
No, Donald.
All right, thank you. Did you have a nice evening?
Yes, Donald.
Was the ballet nice?
Yes, Donald.
Dinner nice.
Yes, Donald.
That's nice.
You see, Tony, could you explain Donald to your father? Could you explain Grandpa? You couldn't, Tony. You couldn't. And I love you, Tony, but it's just no use, Tony. It's just no use.
There's only one thing that matters that makes any sense at all. You love me.
But Tony, I know so well.
Darling, don't you think other people have the same problem? Everybody's got a family.
But not like mine.
But that doesn't stop people who love each other. Darling, won't you just trust me and go on loving me and forget everything else?
But Tony, how can I?
There's nothing to keep us apart. You know it. You must know it. They want you to be happy, don't they?
Of course they do. But they can't change, Tony. I wouldn't want them to change.
Well, they won't have to change. They're charming, lovable people just as they are. If everything's going to work out and you're worrying about something that may never even come up.
Oh, Tony, am I?
All that matters right now is we love each other. That's so, isn't it?
Yes.
Well,
Tony. Oh, Tony.
oh, darling. Now, I'd like to see a little gaiety around here. Young gentlemen calling and getting engaged and everything.
Oh, what do I say?
Well, first you thank the young man for getting engaged to you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Kirby, for getting engaged to me.
And then you tell him what it was about him that first took your girl as part.
Oh, the back of your head.
What?
It wasn't your charm and it wasn't your money. It was the back of your head. I just liked it.
Well, what happened when I turned around?
Oh, I just got used to it after a while.
Pretty lucky, aren't we?
Oh, I know that I am. I'm the luckiest girl in the whole world.
You know, I'm not so lucky myself. Well, good night, darling. Until tomorrow.
Good night.
Why don't you meet me in the drugstore tomorrow morning before you head up to the office?
All right.
And then lunch and dinner tomorrow night?
Oh, Tony, what will people say?
Well, it's when they come out sometime. In fact, you know, if I'll stop, I like to do a little shopping.
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Pena. We did a good night's work.
That's right. 500 black panthers, 300 willow trees, and 8 dozen junior king bumpers.
Pretty good. Oh, why, hello, Alice. You just come in?
Oh, no. I've been home quite a while.
Did you have a nice evening?
Oh, yes. I had a beautiful evening, Father.
Say, I'd like you to take a look at this new red light. We turn the lights off, Mr. Pena. I want Alice to get the full effect.
What, Father?
Take a look at this new red light. It's beautiful. Oh. There. What do you think? Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, yes, Father. It's beautiful. Everything's beautiful. It's the most beautiful red fire in the world.